Hey everyone, welcome back to TapRooT TV. We are working fast and furious getting ready for the 2021 Global TapRooT Summit that's going to be not only in Knoxville, Tennessee, but around the world this year.
Around the world, it's kind of cool.
It's a new version of Global for us because we're also going to have a virtual version. So you have the option. You can come in person if your companies will let you. We know that some of those restrictions are in place. And if not, we're going to be virtual so that you can come and join us anyway.
Which won't miss anything.
I think it's going to be great, Ken, because it's going to give people more of an opportunity to network.
That's right.
And probably more of an opportunity for more people to attend.
There's advantages and disadvantages to both, and there's the networking is still a really cool feature of the virtual type. You know, when you're trying to find somebody in a real conference and you're looking all over for them, they're right there on the app, you know, so it's a good advantage.
And networking has always been a big part of what we do at the summit, and so the fact that we can still integrate that in, whether you're with us or you're virtual, is exciting, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We're looking forward to it. So we'll get to see everybody a lot during the summit. Today, Ken Reed and I are going to talk about the Operational Excellence track, and we have amazing tracks that are out there, and we've got, let's see, what, two other certified instructor one, and there's one other. Go to our website and you can see all the tracks that we have. And so Ken, tell us a little bit about who the Operational Excellence track is for. Who is that audience?
Yeah, it's a really neat track because we're going to have people there for both like equipment reliability-ish kind of people, but really it's for those that really want to see how to improve their investigation processes and how to get their entire improvement programs up and running. And between both the investigators and management, it gets them all involved in how to really supercharge
work together.
Investigation. Yeah. It's you know, we see a lot of times companies are trying to figure out, how do I get this really punched into my system? And this track is going to have some terrific sessions on how to do that. Yeah,
because we work with people a lot of times, and that can be a roadblock.
It can be. It can be. You're all excited about doing it yourself, but you got to get the whole rest of the team on board.
You do. You've got to have people supporting you in what you're trying to do. It's actually the track name is Operational Excellence and
Investigations Excellence is what we finally decided on, I think, on that one.
So, I knew. So when you're looking for it in the drop-down list, when you go to register for your track, that's what you'll look for. Well, let's just get started and talk about some of these breakout sessions that you're going to have. This one, I think everybody attends. It's the TapRooT Users Share Best Practices.
This is a great session. This is really kind of the heart of the whole summit, you know, is really seeing how TapRooT users out there are being successful and how they've been able to get their programs up and running and solid. And it's
some
one
of
thing.
them are so creative.
I know it's one thing for you and me to go tell people some good ideas, but when the users are coming back and telling everyone else how they've been successful, these are some of my favorite sessions.
It really is, and we obviously have to do it different this year since because of the virtual element that's involved in part of this, and so we're going to have some people set up ahead of time that are going to share their best practices with you. But you know what might be neat is in that chat or comment section for people to share best practices.
So that is something that we don't normally have available is during these sessions is we'll have that chat room open. So even those that are attending locally here in Knoxville, they'll have access to that chat also. So instead of, gee, do I want to raise my hand and ask questions, you can just dump it in the chat there if you want. And
it's a great place to share.
It really is. And those chats get saved, by the way.
Oh, good.
So if you want to look at them 2 months later, you can always pull up those chats and take a look at them.
Well, you know, every year we have people that they think, like during the year, about a best practice that they want to share when they come to the summit. Some people prepare for this, you know, all year. Some people just trigger something somebody says, triggers something that they're doing, triggers a thought, and then they share right there on the spot.
Exactly.
So I think it's really cool that we'll have the ability to share a lot of stuff still, even though we're not going to be doing it like those who come to the summit every year. You know what that's like. We have like sometimes 50 people up there sharing their best practices. So this time it's going to be a little different, but we're doing it anyway. Gaining management support for improvement.
Yeah. So this is a piece of TapRooT implementation that people really need help with sometimes. I mean, and it's not that it's management's problem or fault. It's just that we as investigators and we as program owners have got to figure out how to get our management not just on board but excited about using TapRooT. And we have Ken and Grant are both going to be there, and they have some really innovative ideas of how they communicate with their management team. And they've just put together a really good set of sessions there for
looking forward to that. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
And again, people can probably put some input into the chats and stuff about some ideas they have.
They'll be up and open.
Trending techniques for incident data. Very important.
Yeah, Mark is going to be running this. This is kind of dear to his heart, near and dear to his heart. He really likes not just having going out and doing investigations, but how can I look back on the data that I've got and figure out where we're going with this?
Right.
And are we improving?
All right. Yeah, am I going the right direction or the wrong direction?
Right, right. And if you're not trending that data, you just don't know.
Yeah.
And some companies struggle with this. They try to get either way too complicated with it, or they don't do it at all. And Mark has some nice middle of the road ways of doing some really smart trending for this.
He's got great ideas, absolute great ideas. All right, let's see. Next, we've got a couple of things that are near and dear to Mark's heart in this. Admiral Rickover and conservative decision making. Mark and his Admiral Rickover experiences, I mean, really helped build a lot of what we do.
Right. For people who aren't familiar with Admiral Rickover, it's one of those items where you can see where an excellent program was birthed, where it started.
Exactly.
And Rickover is he had his way of doing things,
and Mark got to see that.
He got to personally
see and experience.
I never met Rickover, but I met people after him, and it's a really good talk.
Yeah, it'll be great. Precursors for human errors, very important.
It is, yeah. So how many times have we done an investigation, and you look at that snap chart and say, yeah, I've seen that before. I mean, it's every single investigation that comes up. So we're going to take a look at how to look for some of those precursors. And how to maybe fix those early.
Yeah, we take those very seriously around here.
We do. It's frustrating when you look at 3 incidents in a row and say, gosh, we had the same problem all the beginning every single time. We could have found it.
Sometimes you can stop a major incident from happening. You can save some lives by taking care of these precursors ahead of time.
So this is, and Reb's a great instructor on this, so it's going to be a good talk.
The how to stop normalization of deviation, that is a Rickover type of aspect as well.
It is. It's one of those things, when you hear people say, that's how we always do it.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at that. We've always done it that way. How many times have you heard that kind of stuff?
It's a great topic. And it's, it's kind of things start from the top and trickle down, because however you're managing and you're leading, if you're letting things be slack, then that just kind of rolls down to your team members as well.
That's right.
So we want you to get on the normalization of excellence.
That's right. Oh, I like the sound of that. You got to write that down somewhere.
Yeah, I will. Mark and I've done a video on that before. I'll send it to you.
I like that. Yeah, I'll put that on.
But that's the goal.
I'll put that on my license plate.
To change from normalization of deviation to normalization of excellence. That's what you want to do.
Yep.
How to manage a major investigation. That's important.
This is one of those things you hope you never have to do.
Yeah, maybe do these precursors for human errors.
That's right.
To stop you from having to manage a major investigation.
Unfortunately, we're not all that lucky. So
no, we're not.
Hopefully you don't have so many major investigations that you're good at it. So what John's going to do here is really discuss what you need to do to prepare and be ready to do a major investigation when that time does come up, hopefully not very often.
Exactly.
Yep.
You don't want those things to happen. Yep. It's sad and tough for everybody.
Yeah.
And costs a lot of money as well.
That's a lot of bads.
Yes. Let's talk about your pre-summit course that you're doing.
Yeah, so
Equifactor.
We're going to be doing Equifactor this year. This is the first time I'm going to try doing that, or succeed doing that, as both an in-person and virtual. So you'll have the opportunity to be in class right there here in Knoxville, or if you're going to attend virtually, we're going to have kind of a mixed class, a hybrid class for that. So it's a great opportunity for those equipment people out there don't just wait for your equipment to break and then just assume it's
Replace a part.
a bad part. Yeah, let's go figure out what human probably screwed this thing up.
Not on purpose.
Absolutely not. It's just what we do because we're humans. We screw stuff up. So it's just like any other problem that we've got that we analyze with TapRooT, but this is going to be focusing specifically on how to use TapRooT for equipment troubleshooting.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there are bad parts, but a lot of times it could have been something in the process of what that person did, working that equipment or maintaining it, that could have stopped that from happening.
Absolutely. It's usually something was purchased the wrong equipment, we installed it wrong, we did the wrong maintenance on it, we started up or shut it down wrong. I mean, it's all these kind of things that cause issues.
And if you're replacing something over and over, it's breaking over and over, this is definitely something to look at. This is probably where there might be a human element to it.
Absolutely. It's rare that a piece of equipment just breaks on its own. We found about 90% of equipment failures are due to human error.
So, it's a great one. And you learn TapRooT during that.
That's right. So if you've never been to TapRooT before, learn TapRooT and how to use it. This is where the equipment people will learn TapRooT and how to use the Equifactor piece of it.
So it's great. So if you're an equipment person and you want to do TapRooT and learn equipment, this is the one for you. We also have our regular 2-day course that will be taking place, and we have the 3-day virtual course that will go on as well as several other pre-summit courses. So go to our website, and you'll go to the homepage of the website and of the summit page, and scroll down to the bottom, and there's a box that will show you where you find those pre-summit courses, and you get descriptions, and you can register.
Yep, absolutely.
It's super easy.
Yep.
So, well, Ken, great track. I think it's going to be a good one.
Excellent track. It's going to be the best one, I think, is the way I'm looking at that.
That must be why you said excellent in
it's
the
going to be
title.
Excellent track.
Yeah.
Don't
Operational
miss anything.
excellence. So go look for that track. I think it's got some great things in it. You can modify if you need to modify your track, because some people will need to do that. You can do it just if you see that there's something in there that isn't exactly what you need to look at, and there's in another track there's something else that you like better. You can certainly modify and swap those out, and you can do that pretty much to the last minute. We're
pretty flexible.
Very flexible with working with people. The one part that has to be changed is if you're a certified instructor, then wherever the recertification track is session is on that, you will have to go to that. So you'll have to swap out if you do this. So Ken, thank you. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun, and it's going to be a new adventure for all of us. Put in the comments what track you're looking at going to. Get to our website, sign up for a newsletter if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell, subscribe to our channel, and just follow us everywhere. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.